Always take a chance. So I'm writing this book at the moment and I'm doing my first chapter, which is how I started the vending machine business. Now in this book, how I started the vending machine business isn't the first chapter. It's not going to be chapter one. That's just where I started because I don't know how to write a book. So I thought, let me just start somewhere. Yeah, it's not like building a house where you have to start from the ground up. You can start in the middle with writing a book. So as I'm writing the book, I'm coming up with different like video ideas and stuff. And obviously, as I'm writing the book, this is based on a true story, obviously. So I'm going over, what happened, with the vending machine business scenario on that. So obviously I started the vending machine business at my uni and I had one there. And after I started the vending machine business there, I thought, well, let me expand the business and try and put vending machines in different establishments. So like community centres, sports centres, office buildings, you name it, student halls for university students, you name it. And most of the time, it just led to rejection. Yeah, no one was interested. They've already got one, or they're happy with their supplier, so they don't want a new supplier, or they're just not interested in having a vending machine in that location. So yeah, I was kind of like running out of options, whatever. And I was looking through my phone list, my contact list, and I remember I met some lady called Gina. So I saw her name. Obviously she's one of my contacts. Now I met her at a child's christening in Islington. It was at a community centre, and at the time I was an apprentice electrician. So she said to me, I'm one of the managers at the community centre. Yeah. When you become fully qualified, here's my number, contact me, and then I'll be able to get you some work, so long as your prices are competitive, obviously. Yeah. So I still had her number from about 2 or 3 years. Yeah. So obviously I saw her contact and I thought, well, let me ring her. Rang her, and then it went to your the number you've dialed hasn't been recognised. So I knew right then and there that phone number wasn't in use, so I would never be able to get in contact with her again. I didn't even bother try a second time. So the same day, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go all the way down to Islington. So it's about, I think, that 45-minute journey from my house. Just took my motorbike down there and turned up, and none of the managers were there. This is Saturday, and none of the managers were there, but they had some children's playgroup thing on a Saturday. I thought it was quite strange, but anyway, one of the young ladies greeted me at the front door and she said, none of the managers are here, but I can give you their contact details. Here's their email addresses, whatever. And I sent them both the same email, and they got back to me, and I met one of them, and we were having a nice conversation and stuff like that. To be fair, I think the meeting was about 45 minutes, but most of the conversation was about other things. We were talking about other topics and stuff, because I kind of built up that rapport with him. It was almost like a friendly vibe. I don't know, I just had that rapport, and that, I had good communication skills with him. I had that rapport with him. So he kind of just trusted me, because if he didn't really trust me, he didn't have confidence in, the business, he'll be asking me lots of questions. He asked me 1 or 2 questions, and that was it. We were talking about other stuff, talking about growing up and, growing up on council estates and stuff like that. So anyway, as you probably guessed, I was successful in installing a vending machine at the community centre. Yeah, and even from there, yeah, it wasn't just me running a vending machine at the community centre. I bought lights from the Habitat store. If you don't know the Habitat store is like a home store. It's like an upmarket, smaller version of IKEA. Yeah, where you could buy a flipping bin for £50 and stuff. But it's good quality stuff. A lot of middle class people shop there and stuff. So I bought some lights from the Habitat store, and I said to the managers at the community centre, listen, I'm an electrician and I'm also selling these lights from the Habitat store. This community centre's in N1, head district of North London. Yeah, it's not in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, so I don't know if you want to try and make this place look a bit more presentable. I'm not saying it looks slapdash, but make it look a bit more upmarket. And the community centre manager was like, yeah, you know what, we'll see how it goes. So anyway, they bought a few lights off of me. So they bought the lights off of me, so I sold the lights to them, and I also charged them to install them. So once I charged them to install the lights, they were confident in me as an electrician. So after that, I was doing lots of work for them. Going here, they'll send me to different locations, around London, just a few different locations around London. But most of the work I was doing was based at that community centre. So you see from there, obviously I tried to call the lady, yeah, didn't get through to her. So I thought to myself, well, let me take a risk. Let me take you know, 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back, an hour and a half journey, yeah? £5-6 petrol on a motorbike, yeah? Let me take that risk, yeah, and see where it goes. Some people are lazy. Some people won't take the chance, you know. Some people will think to themselves, nah, man, that's an hour and a half out of my life, yeah? I don't want to do it. But if I didn't do that, I would not be in a position to have a vending machine at the community centre, sell them lights, and it wasn't just on one occasion, yeah? I sold them 3 lights on one occasion, then I sold them another 3 lights, and then I sold them 2 lights, yeah? So I sold them 8 lights, plus doing lots of other work, you know. Oh, this is broken down, whatever, can you fix this? Can you install hand dryers in the toilets and stuff like that? So if I didn't take that risk of £6 and an hour and a half journey, I wouldn't have made all the money I made from that community centre. And as of today, I've still got the machine in the community centre and those lights are still in there. So always take a chance, especially if it only takes a few hours or it only takes £5 or £6 or whatever. But even if it takes a lot more, yeah, always take the risk because you don't know where it's going to go, yeah. If I had that mentality, oh, I was rejected by the last 20 establishments that I went into, by the building managers or the stupid people behind the reception who don't know what they're talking about. If I had that same mentality, I wouldn't have bothered to go down to the community centre in Islington to pitch my idea. You know, there was no one sent me there, no one asked me. I just took it off my own back. I went down there and I was successful. So, doesn't mean the next time I have an idea to go somewhere, I'm going to be successful. But it's all about just taking chances, yeah? The more you do something, the more likely you are to get the outcome you want, yeah? But it's whether or not you want to keep on going. How soon will you give up? Will you ever give up? And if you never give up, you will eventually become successful. So if you like the video, subscribe. If you don't like the video, change your station.